Hey everybody, it's Matt and Dyan, and welcome back to Each Beautiful Day. Dyan's not having a really beautiful sort of day today. It's actually a bit hard. It's actually been a bit difficult for you, hasn't it, miss?
I want to go home.
She wants to go home. So you're feeling a bit of homesick. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It is a Sunday. What can we do? I've tried to give her a deep pressure hug.
Annoying.
That's the autism. It's like, get away from me. So that didn't help. I've already given her donut biscuits, her favourite.
It didn't work.
Wasn't enough, apparently.
I want to go home.
Maybe we should explore.
No.
Well, maybe we should explore how you're feeling.
Yes.
Okay.
I need my cards.
Your emotional cards.
Yes.
Okay. So we do have emotional regulation cards. We haven't used them for a little while. I don't know where they are in the new property.
In my box.
In your fidget box. So just down here, we do have a box where Dyan keeps all her fidget toys. Oh, ho, ho. Looky, looky. Creative sprout. Okay. So, would you like a fidget as well?
Okay.
Would you like special raggy fidget?
Yes.
See this one? It's pretty cool, isn't it? I like that one. Okay, so what's in the bag? Let's have a little look so I can show you. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen these before. I find it sometimes difficult, or actually more so, Dyan finds it a bit difficult, to understand where she's at and about how she's feeling. Now, she is autistic, ADHD, OCD, because of 22q, 11.2 Deletion Syndrome, which is a chromosomal disorder, by the way. It makes it a little bit hard with being autistic with interoception to understand internal states. Where are the feelings, the emotions originating from?
I don't know.
That's exactly the question. So this thing here, which I've just tried to find, because she's actually said, hey, let's try those. These are emotional regulation cards. So they have a whole range of different cards. They have pictures on them. So it might be, for example, I'm feeling angry.
And pictures don't help me.
Pictures don't help Diane all that lot because she has facial blindness. Can't always recognise people that she may know or have met before or seen before, but also just the interpretation of body language. That can be a bit confusing. However, making statements and also going through the information on the cards can sometimes help us. So let's dig in a little bit further to see what we can do. So these are a breakdown of the cards just so that you can see.
Happy.
She's happy.
Proud.
Green are ready to learn. Blue are moving a little bit slowly.
Content.
Yellow, some loss of control going on.
Look,
Red is out of
none
control.
of the green. No good.
Okay, so green, which would normally be a good thing,
No.
I don't think she's feeling in a green mood. It's a bit like a stoplight. You know how you've got green, amber, and red. I have a funny feeling that we might be moving through the spectrum of colours whilst I'm on the spectrum, through green and blue, probably into more of some of the yellow and red. So let's see what she actually does end up choosing, and let's see if we can break that down to understand where it's originating from and what we can do to actually help her.
I have a little bit more than I normally have, but you're just going to have to deal with it. I have a lot of emotions.
You have a lot of emotions going on.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you got a few different cards at the same time, have you?
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
Well, how many cards did you choose? Now, normally we'd actually probably only choose 2, maybe 3 cards.
I have
Sometimes 1 is enough.
2, 3 in the blue,
3 in the blue.
and I have 2 in the red.
Okay, so that's probably already a good indication to me that there's a lot going on for her.
Okay, so I'll go through.
Can I have a look at those first?
Wait.
Well, you can do it
I will
first.
present them first.
Okay, she is going to present them. I'd like to see. Let's have a
Hi.
look. Hi. So we're in the green category? No, actually we're not in the green. We've gone out of that. We're in the blue. We had the blue
Oh,
cards.
sorry, this is the blue.
So this is the moving slowly theme. So about the selection of what you have in the moving slowly theme. So let's see which ones she's chosen and why.
So,
Sick.
I'm sick.
I can relate to that. I understand that part.
I'm tired.
Okay. After doing all of the huge move that you have just been put through over the last month.
Sad.
Okay, and let's explore that a little bit further in a moment. So that gives us an understanding of some of the basics.
Then...
sick, tired, and sad. Okay, sick, tired, and sad. Yep, what else have we got, ma'am?
And then I'm angry.
Angry. Okay, that's very strong. And an out of control emotion. So that means she hasn't internalized and got the capability of moderating. What else?
And I'm terrified.
Okay, so you're feeling very, very frightened at the moment. Okay, let me work through these and let's actually find out why, where each of these originate from, and if there's anything that we can actually do. Sometimes it's, first of all, identification. Just simply finding out what is I'm feeling. And 5 is a lot of things, okay? Where it's coming from, how we can stabilize, how we can improve the situation, how we can move forward from that situation. Okay, so if I look at some of the basic ones.
Can you read them to me so I can
understand? Okay, sure. So the first one that she's chosen is I am sick. Now, looking a little bit green-faced. At the moment, you're looking a little bit on the pale side of things. All right.
Am I?
Yeah, you are.
Eyes
wet. Are always a bit wet, a bit moist.
Yeah,
and crying.
I don't like it.
Okay, so with I'm feeling sick, some of the questions provided on the back, we'll go through those just to see what that actually means for her. What makes you feel sick at the moment, huh?
A lot of my symptoms have been exacerbated by moving house.
Absolutely. So it's certainly not the ideal.
Higher.
Okay, so pain has increased. And that's an important thing to identify because particularly with interoception, it's very difficult for you to know when you're in pain and how significant that is. Pain affects us
when you pulled
massively.
Out the cards, all I could think of was sad.
Okay.
That's not enough to explain it.
Okay, but pain. Now, how does your body feel?
I don't have a pain card.
No, that's very true. So they perhaps should have a pain card, maybe even a pain scale. And where is your pain? So let me ask some of those questions. It's just, sickness is very broad.
I don't know. In
Okay.
my body somewhere.
Okay, do you have a headache, for example?
I don't know.
Because you did have this morning. Do you have any soreness, like a sore neck or a sore back? All right. Is your tummy sore? Do you feel nauseous, sick?
I don't know.
All right. How does your body feel then when you're sick? That's the next question.
Every single part hurts. Every single cell.
Okay, that's a lot of cells for sure.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a story about feeling sick?
I don't like it because I can't have fun.
Okay, so you're missing out on doing something, and that's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
All right. Tell me and show me, perhaps. Make a face that shows that you're sick. What's your face for that?
What's the face for sick?
What does that person look like?
I don't know.
That's a good face, what you just pulled.
Was it?
Yeah,
Is it a sick face?
I think so. Now, what are the things that you can do when you feel sick to make you feel better? You've identified pain as part of that. We've already given you some pain relief this morning. But that was this morning, and you know what? It's 2:16. I gave that to you at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So your pain-killing medication has all worn off. Did you know that? So you could have some more.
I didn't think about anything.
All right. You've got your hot pack or ice pack. You could have a massage. You could rest more. So some of the suggestions that they have,
Be sick.
that's understandable. And what we're doing is we're not moving. So we've finished all of that, but you're in the recovery phase.
But I don't feel like
Their suggestions: try to sleep, ask someone to read me a book, imagine I'm a doctor, and help my sick dolls and stuffed toys, do a puzzle. So they seem to be more distraction type things, but they're also slow and gentle type things. So that's interesting.
My baby doll.
Right. But is there anything I can do to help you? I could take your temperature to see if you're running a fever.
No.
Let's have a look at your head.
I don't want to be touched.
No touch. Okay, no touching. Right. What else then? What would make you feel a little bit better? Is there a particular food or drink that might help you?
No, I have to rest.
I know, you don't like resting. Well, let's actually segue to that because I'm feeling tired.
Yeah, it's just connected.
So let's read the back of this one. What makes you feel tired today, right now?
My body won't work. Every time I get up, it's like Walking Dead.
Yeah, you could be an extra in The Walking Dead.
I could.
Exactly,
I
a bit of a
could
zombie.
make money. I need money. Because
Okay.
I'm living in a hotel. I want a house.
It is an apartment, and we're making it our own home.
It's a fucking hotel.
It's very
not
small.
an apartment.
So she's feeling a little bit claustrophobic.
I am feeling claustrophobic.
And out of
My
place.
sweet's not here.
So you don't have a lot of the things that you're familiar with. That's everything from sounds and smells to just simply location. So you're missing out on some of the things that you're used to.
My bath isn't ready yet.
Part of making you feel tired, you were also woken up early this morning. You're aware of that?
Yes, the rude neighbour again.
Who was very loud.
Who
Okay.
is playing music extremely high.
Okay. And we've dealt with that, though, through the property management team, and they're very helpful, even on a Sunday. Very attentive,
But I
very
don't
on board.
like that I have to keep putting up with assholes.
No, that's in general. We wish there was less assholes in the world.
Why do you have to be such extremists?
Yeah, I get that. Other people do have an impact
There's
on
things
others
called
in the community.
headphones.
There is a thing called headphones. So that's something they can do. Now, obviously, we can try and block out noise cancellation on you,
That's
but
not
we're going to
fair.
no, it's not fair. And we're going to the root of the situation, and we're trying to get that sorted out. So tell me, how does your body feel when you are tired? I'm just reading some of the questions on the back.
It doesn't move.
You find it like a weight, heavy,
Yes, and I
hard.
want to move.
Okay. Tell me a story about feeling tired.
I'm tired.
Can you?
The end. Full stop.
Okay, that's pretty literal, I think, straight to the point. Show me your tired face. With your eyes closed. That's not a bad thing. I think that's a good idea. I think you've shown me that. And it is hard for you
Like,
to
I
represent
want to
it.
close my eyes 'cause I want to be awake.
Now, we are already doing some of the things to help you. We're going slow today. You've been in bed, you haven't gotten out of bed. I'm bringing you food and drink. I've given you an extra coffee to help pick you up already.
It's not working.
That's true. And you've had some
Because
food.
I've had weeks of running on adrenaline.
That's it, ma'am. This is PEM, post-exertional malaise. When you've used your energy cycle up, you don't have any more in your envelope left to do.
I've got places to go, people
Right.
to see, okay?
But,
I've got a career I need to make.
okay,
Because
but
my life means nothing right now.
you've got to allow
And I'm
yourself.
sick, and that's just not right. It's not convenient right now.
Okay, so it's not convenient.
Okay?
I agree with that.
It's not convenient.
I
I've got
acknowledge
things
that.
to do, places to go, people to see. Even my friend, you know, from our old house,
Yes.
wants us to visit.
I know,
And
I
I'm
understand that.
sick.
So that's hard for you. So you feel like you're missing out and run down, and
My
you can't do the
people.
things that you may want to do.
Can't see my
But
people.
if you rest up now, you'll regain energy.
I know.
And if we focus on prioritizing your energy so you can do some of
Next
the cool
card.
things. Okay. So some of the other suggestions on that one, find a
change
quiet
it.
spot to read. Maybe do a favorite
I
activity.
don't like quiet things.
Lay on the grass and watch the clouds. You like the clouds.
Yes, I do, but I haven't got
Maybe
my
we could
swing.
put the galaxy on and you could watch some of the stars on
No, I
the roof.
wait for my swing.
Okay. I could take you down to the swing in the park,
No,
I found. Not the
there's
same thing.
people there.
People, a little bit too peoply outside today, I think. Okay. The next card is I'm feeling sad. Has there been tears?
Yes.
Okay. What makes you feel sad?
I keep having a lot of dreams as well.
You do. In fact, you've
I'm
been
sad
trying to
because
interpret those dreams.
I've
What makes you-
moved like 40, 50 times in my life, and
So,
I don't
too much
like
instability.
this feeling anymore.
Okay.
And it takes me now 2 years to settle, and I don't have that, and I don't
Okay.
even know if I'm
To
gonna
put
be
down
happy
roots,
yet.
to get
It's
familiar.
Like everything's unknown, and I'm sick of it.
That makes sense to me, Don.
And I miss family and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's so antisocial. And I get it. I don't like people around me much.
Right.
I really don't. I think social distancing should be permanent.
Okay.
Especially for strangers. But I'm just saying.
You don't like hugs and
I'm
kisses
not
and
that
handshakes.
Social, but a little
Okay.
bit's pretty cool. And
Sure.
You know what?
Just enough in the right
Since
amount.
2020,
Mhm.
everyone's very, very antisocial.
Okay, so things
And
have
I'm not
changed.
talking about like I don't want people like contacting me and hanging out too much. Oh no, I can't
Just
do
the
that.
right
But
balance.
just you know, just a little bit, and with that eagerness. This is 2020.
That want,
No
that desire
eagerness.
to participate.
Everyone's just like, yeah.
Okay. And I certainly get the connection
No
then
one wants
because
to be social.
you've lost your familiarity. We're not in the same location where we get to bump into people and say g'day and even just
I don't
wave
see
or
my
smile or
people
see
anymore.
people. So
The people that I
you're
bonded
a lot
with.
more isolated.
I keep
Okay.
losing people I bond with all the time, my whole life. I keep losing people I
And a
bond
very
with,
important-
and it takes a long time for me
I
to
totally
bond.
agree with that and identify that and I recognise that for you. And that's what's so important that we don't move again.
Familiar. If it's
So
not familiar,
we have got to
it's
invest in
uncomfortable.
ensuring that we don't remove once again to destabilise Dyan. It takes such an effort, minimum of 6 months up to 12 months to stabilise and get her familiar, feeling comfortable and getting her into her daily activities. We're not moving again.
But it doesn't feel like it's going to be that.
But it will be. It will just take time and it's a different place, different colours and smells and sounds and everything is different and it takes a while to reacclimatise. With your body, how does your body feel now when you're feeling sad?
I have no idea.
Okay. Do you feel a little bit more heavier? Do you feel a bit more jittery? Do you have butterflies in your stomach? Do you feel more pain? Okay. Can you tell me a story about feeling sad?
A story?
Yeah, a story. Pretend you're in the story. You're the princess in the story.
If I watch TikTok and I see people meet their grandkids for the first time, or I see them just see the adult kids and it's been a long time, and they get to just give them a hug.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do is I just want to get one hug from my kids. That's all I want.
So I think that tells us volumes about how you feel.
I just want one hug. I
that
don't want to
you
take up their time. I don't want to
No.
take up their life.
You don't take up time,
hug
sweetie.
And say,
But you're
I love
missing
you,
out.
And I'm here for you.
So you're
be a
feeling
mum.
very alone and very lost without your own children and hence your grandchildren in your life because of
I didn't
complex
do
illnesses.
anything wrong.
You haven't done anything
I just
wrong.
don't like my disability and I didn't want to
Yeah.
disappoint, but my whole family are anti-disability. It's like
And they are.
they're anti-obesity. They're very ism. You know?
Yeah, anti-ism. I get that.
All the isms.
But that feels very
And
unfair.
it makes me sad and ashamed of my own family for being so judgy when they're hypocrites.
Yeah.
They're all hypocrites.
I understand that.
And I'm tired of like the games of the toxicity. I just want to see my adult children
Of course.
just sometimes.
Yeah.
And it seems like I'm such a threat for some reason. I don't understand.
You're
I'm
no
just
threat.
the mum. I don't need to see them much.
No, you're not asking or
I don't
expecting
wanna-
too much
I
at all.
don't want to control their life.
And I'm a little bit sick and tired of the feeling
Everything
of
gets twisted.
things being twisted, but also disability being made to feel so bad. You don't choose. It's not a bad behaviour.
I got
You're
blamed for having
born
bad
with having a
genetics.
genetic condition. There was no
How
choice.
can that be my
And even
fault?
more so when you're not given early intervention and treatment
No.
and support through that,
My
then
parents
you
didn't
have
do the right thing.
strove to be the best you can possibly be through adversity.
I always told my mum how sick I was.
I'm so
from a
sorry. I
little
really am.
kid.
Yeah, I know, absolutely. But even hospitals,
No one ever
you've
believed me.
presented
now
and told
I
people.
have proven everyone wrong,
Yeah,
and people can't even swallow their words and
That
say,
must be
I'm
hard.
sorry. And you know what?
To
That's
acknowledge
all it
your journey.
takes for me.
absolutely. You get over things very
and
quickly,
then I get over it.
but not having people acknowledge you and
Well, they're trying to say the
recognise.
opposite probably still. They're probably trying to say, oh, she's not that sick. You know what?
Yeah.
I could die in my 50s.
you could absolutely.
That's my reality.
That's the
that I
reality
have to
of your
live with.
condition. That's the
And I would
reality
like
of
to
the
hug
severity.
my children one more time just
Okay.
in case.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm truly sorry. I'm sorry for the hurt that you're experiencing and feeling right
But
now.
everyone's
That's sadness.
bitchy, and that's all females are bitchy.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they do that to each other. It's so counterproductive.
It's competitive.
We're supposed
And you're
to
not
be
a competitive
evolved
person.
women. We're
Yeah.
supposed to have evolved, and we haven't.
Well, I just want to remind you that first of all, it's okay to feel sad.
I don't feel that way towards other women, so I don't understand them.
If there's anything that I can do for you, I want you to let me know what makes you feel a bit better. However I can help to improve your situation.
I just don't understand when people dislike you for no reason. If there's a reason, I can respect that.
Okay.
But if there's not a reason, I feel like that's just nasty.
So if I go to the other two cards, and I recognise what you just said, I've got I'm feeling angry and I'm feeling terrified. So if I focus on the terrified one just for the moment, what's making you feel terrified?
Because the last place is supposed to be here, and I can't trust anyone.
You were told
now.
by the system,
and also,
permanent. Yeah,
I
failed
keep
you.
having new workers with me, and they keep betraying my trust and
Support,
and
staff,
abusing
and
me. I
coordinations,
keep getting abused or neglected by staff.
And they are. And Dyan's
And
not...
I don't want to. I don't want to speak out again and again and again, because then they'll see me as the problem.
Yeah,
I'm
you're not...
concerned
Okay, first of
about.
all, you're not the problem. And
I'm being abused.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not safe, and
Okay.
I don't know what that means for my future.
So let me talk for a minute, and I absolutely appreciate what you've just admitted and
I
understood
can't
too.
socially engineer
No, you
out
can't.
of
As an
these
autistic,
things.
Dyan can't
They're
socially
so clever.
manage and work
They
the
know
manipulation.
so much more how to manipulate.
This is a very
me.
realised situation, and as a partner and as her
I
carer
don't
and her
trust
guardian,
anyone.
I'm very concerned about this, because unfortunately I've found it very difficult finding support
I
staff that
got
I can
yelled
trust.
At. I got yelled
which is
at.
abuse.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You were
I
shut
asked
down.
a question.
I know.
And obviously it was something sensitive for her, but it
No.
wasn't a wrong question.
Not at all, absolutely. And
And
we've
she
gone through.
yelled at me.
We use social stories and look at actions and activities that occur
it's
and
always when
analyse the
you're not
situation.
there.
I know, that's very convenient. And I've actually entrapped a lot of us. And look, we've seen this even through things like the Royal Commission and into NDIS and disabilities and aged care. People who've gone to the exercise of putting hidden video cameras in and seeing how their person has been treated or managed by the staff or the people who are meant to be looking after them. And then it's uncovered the bad behaviours and direct actions, the abusive actions. And I've seen that personally myself,
You
unfortunately.
were there for the dining chair one when I
was,
just said
yeah.
I don't want them outside, and I was made fun of as if I was being silly. It's
No.
like it's my
What's
furniture.
important and special to you. You weren't being
It's all that
validated.
I've got left. I've
Yeah.
literally got rid of, more than half a house to go to the
Yeah.
first apartment, and then nearly half again to this place.
That's a lot of loss. That's a lot of
So
change.
it's a lot of loss, and I did
Yeah.
really well as an autistic to let go of those things.
Amazingly
And then
well.
all I was worried about was my dining room chairs,
Yeah.
which I value
Yeah.
because I look after my things, because I
Of course.
never had things growing up.
No. So I understand where you
Because-
come from and why
so
things are
I
important to
felt
you.
made fun of, like I was
Sure.
being petty, and
Sure.
it's like, this is my stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure if it was theirs, they
Yeah.
wouldn't say the same thing.
No, but that's the thing. They're not in your situation.
Like
They're not
what
going
you
through
said
your
in
loss.
social story about it, and
Yeah.
I agree.
What did I say? Remind me.
You reminded me, because I keep forgetting that if it was their situation or it was happening to them,
Right.
that they would expect better. And it's
Right.
like, yes,
Yeah.
I have seen that. It's
Right.
true.
But when it comes to you,
When
they're
it comes to
complacent
me,
and
it's
they
like,
don't care.
oh, shut up, you're being petty.
Right. They don't want to deal with the situation. They don't want to deal with the outcome
It's
of
like
the
they
situation.
want all my
certainly.
nice stuff to just be like trashed. It's like,
Right.
Is it a jealousy thing? Or is it just they don't
No,
care about
they literally
their
want you to
stuff?
shut up and stop whinging or complaining or being upset and
Well, it was
pick it up
pretty
and be happy and
traumatising
get on
how
with it, basically.
happened.
Sadly.
We had a
Sorry,
rogue
but I'm just being very
removals
weird.
company
Yeah.
who's broken a lot of my
Let's not go into
furniture.
all of that. People can go back and see the multiple videos of the absolutely outrageous, horrendous experiences
Most of
that
our
you've had and the
furniture's
loss
damaged.
because of it all. But
You
if we
can't
actually put that into
replace it.
context, and if we actually look at the journey that Dyan has just been through, from the breaking
did
of the
good.
trust of being told and given assurances that everything's going to be safe and secure, to suddenly being at a loss, being forced to have to move somewhere where there was no choice. We had choice of literally 2 places to look at in all of WA and finding one. And even that, it's small and it's not accessible and there's so many other things.
And then I get told, oh, well, so long as Diane's happy. I wasn't happy.
No.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
I had to make a
And during
choice.
that, you've been looked after by inexperienced, unprofessional people who actually yelled at you, belittled you, put you down, made fun of you, ignored you, and not provided the level of support that I, as a minimum, require and expect. So they were distracted. They're on the phone, they're on their laptop, they're doing other things.
I was just
I
sitting
get that. I
there
understand.
lonely and no one
Yeah.
was talking to me, and I just wanted to
Yep.
be distracted from how I felt living in a hotel, then going to live in a new place and
Absolutely.
having this happen nearly 40 to 50 times in my
Okay.
life.
So what we've done is we've extracted from you what's going on. What is the root cause? And
I'm
that's
sick of
significant.
starting over.
Bingo.
What's the
So
point?
we're not going to start over again. Next person who says, oh, you need to move, fuck off. Sorry, not moving. We're consolidating.
I want to live
We're
in a
settling.
bus.
Maybe, and we can get that in adjunct. We can work towards building out a
Just
van or a
wanna
bus
go
and making
country
it.
with other people that are like
in a community
me, that
minded.
don't want to be part of this silliness.
Right.
Okay? I feel like the world's gone silly.
Sure.
And it needs to get back
And
to
I want you
being
to be
just
safe,
normal.
and that's the thing too about selection. What I've found has been very difficult is Dyan
I
hasn't
need
been
to
able
be
to
in
map
hospitals.
people that suit her personality-wise, who've got the capabilities, the competencies, the education, the skill sets,
all
as far
say
as being
they know
carers.
autism,
And
they
too many of them don't.
don't.
They don't know
You know what
autism.
they
That means they
do?
don't have the tolerance of the patients, or they socially manipulate
No, you
her.
know what they do?
And they don't have the first aid or medical
They
skills.
like autistics because they can manipulate us.
Yeah, okay.
And every time they do it, I look at it afterwards. You know how I feel right now.
Yeah.
And I'm turning 50.
I'm assuming that's part of why you feel a bit angry.
Yeah, because I feel stupid.
Right.
Because I trusted them and I
Right.
believed the things that they said.
Yep.
And then I caught these lies and these patterns of lies.
Yeah.
And then I got abused.
And that's a big deal for you.
verbally, And then I was like, okay.
You're a truth person,
Now,
yeah.
And then I saw that, oh my gosh, on my shift that I'm paying for, they're working. It's like, okay, what is this?
Yeah.
What am I paying for?
Yeah.
And so
What are you
I
getting
feel-
for that?
And the way I was treated and
Yeah.
wasn't even assisted at my appointment
Yeah.
when I asked for that, and she's paid for that, and it was just like,
Okay.
what's going on here?
All right,
Like,
so,
I feel stupid.
First and foremost, what I can
and
tell
then
you.
she snaps at me when I wanted to snap at her, as if to say, you didn't perform your job.
Yeah.
You didn't assist me. She wasn't doing medicines, wasn't doing food, didn't assist in the appointment,
Okay.
didn't help me with
Yeah.
anything
I'm
that
so
my
sorry.
supports
I really am.
need. And everyone thinks just because of how I look and my
Yeah.
age that I'm competent to do certain things.
Right.
And yet they don't understand, just like the neuropsych said,
Yeah.
that we're supposed to be really careful with certain people.
Yep,
And we keep warning them.
Yeah. And look, I must admit,
They don't
I
care.
not only agree with you, I acknowledge what you said in your experience, and I feel also very sad and disappointed that I've been part of putting you through that process because I've been forced to have to do other things whilst moving, and I've had to rely upon other people, other services to step in and do what's meant to be their job.
But guess
They
what?
were told and they were explained and they were vetted.
But on top of that,
Yeah.
this is the thing that happens to autistics
Yeah.
with partners is because you're it's not the same as a normal relationship, then they start to say that I'm being controlled.
Ah, yes, that little
And then they
chestnut.
won't let you support me.
That comes down.
And that's inappropriate. And they do it in Australia to the parents of autistics as
Yeah,
well.
that comes down into the area of guardianship, particularly. We sometimes will
And it's
see that one
wrong.
little
It's-
raise its head.
They say it's helping me, but they're actually disabling me.
Fair enough, and that's a fair comment, and that's
Yeah.
something which you can
They're
respond back to
taking away
anybody
my
who says
lifeline
that.
and my
What's
support.
your choice? Because you've got full choice and
I
control.
have the right for support people.
Absolutely.
Even people
For
without
people to
autism.
stick up for you.
But even people without autism have the right to a support person.
Absolutely, of course it is. In any healthcare, medical, disability
Yes.
sector, you have a right for an advocate.
Correct.
And that's
that
an
could be
important
a
thing
partner,
because
it
that's
could be
part
a
of sometimes
parent,
still
it could
bullying
be
you and controlling
your
you.
adult child. It could be anybody.
Yeah. Look, those cards that we've just been through,
And that's why I'm
it's just,
angry.
that's okay. And it's okay for you to
People
also
make
vent.
fun of me having these needs, and I
No,
have
they're-
always been punished since I was a little girl for having the needs. for
sorry.
not looking at the camera when my name was being screamed at.
Yeah.
I never responded to my name. I never did all the things. I always get things wrong. I always say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing, and I get punished for it. And I keep
For
saying,
being
I'm
you
autistic, I'm
doing all
sorry,
you
I'm
can do.
stupid, and I'm
You're not
sorry.
stupid, Elle.
And there's
You're
nothing
just
I
doing
can
you.
do.
No, it's not. And you've just again highlighted the situation where you've been put into
How am I
situations
gonna fit into
out.
society then?
You've been put into situations
How am
that
I
are.
going to fit in?
You've been put into situations that are out of your control. You're trying to be expected to do things which are above your capability.
I had to mask. And Jessica, you were so right. I think I flipped into my automatic nervous system, went into masking, and then they go, see, she's doing okay, but I'm not.
But you're not. And you're not telling people, and people aren't able to read
as soon
the
as
indicators.
They walk out the door, the tears are coming down. I can feel the wetness, and
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay,
Where's that coming from
I'm
and
about
why?
to cry.
Yeah, or melt
Because
down, or
as
whatever
soon
it
as
might
they've
be.
gone.
Yeah. So you're just trying to hold it all in during that stress.
It's like holding in a sneeze.
Yeah.
It's really
Holding
hard.
back the dam, exactly. And it is, that internalizes.
It reminds me of coming home from school and just getting through that door and just being like, "Rawr," because I just don't know how to handle people.
Yeah, okay. I get you. So what I can tell you...
It takes a long time to work out what the hell happened on that day.
It's okay. I want you to have a break for a moment. Slow down. Take a few deep breaths. First of all, I'm going to say thank you. You've now given me a clear insight as to what's worrying you, what's on your mind, what's happening to you, what your experience has been, and why you feel like you do.
Some disability friends, and I just want to feel like I can be in society without my disability.
Okay.
Which.
So here's what we are going to do. We're going to slow it all down. You're going to have some rest days.
I know, but it's hard to rest when
That's
it's not
okay.
a familiar place.
But what I can tell you is that we're not packing anything up. We're not moving. We're not unsettled. We're now here.
Who said we're packing
No.
up?
I'm just saying what you've been through. You have been through the absolute horrendous part of being destabilized and unsettled, living out of a suitcase, living in temporary accommodation, in boxes, moving. Now we're here. Everything's set up around us. We'll slowly tweak it to make it suit you.
There's so many bad people in the world lately that are acting bad. They might not be bad people, but they're acting bad. But then, like one of our subscribers, I mean, look how wonderful, like some people are. They go the opposite direction on the opposite end, and they continue to do such nice things, and I don't feel worthy.
I think there are some very nice people out there who have also experienced much of what you talk about. And they relate. And I'm hoping, I really do hope our channel is relatable to you. And that's perhaps why you do follow or subscribe. And if we're not your cup of tea, that's okay. Move on and find something else to watch and participate in. But what we do give you is an insight for Dyan, who has got complex, chronic and rare, multiple rare conditions, who's lived with very late diagnosis, which unfortunately is quite considerable with females. And also particularly when you have got such rare diseases, you've got a show or a channel that's showing a partnership, a person who's stopped working corporate to have to be a full-time carer to look after his wife.
I hate the way people like me that need supports at my age, they infantilize us, and it's not okay.
No, it's not okay.
Like, we are adults, but we do need a guardian.
You need to be part of the conversation, but done in a way that suits you.
And
spoken to your level.
People are black and white.
Yeah, I know. And they're a little bit of an oxymoron as well. So you need things that are delivered at the way that you can participate and accommodate you.
Tomorrow, I wouldn't have anyone.
No. I get that, and that's why I'm putting certain things into place because of it. And that's why I understand why you also feel
I would probably get abused.
Terrified.
Yes.
Yeah. And look, abuse in the system, both in aged care and in disability, is horrendous. There is change happening through the NDIS, through Minister Bill Shorten, and there are better regulations and checks put into place.
In Perth.
But what I've seen already to date, both through the health system and through the disability system, is absolutely horrendous. We've made a lot of change. We've advocated towards creating a lot of change already in these systems. It's taken a huge toll on us. Not that we should be the ones having to do that,
Whistleblowers
But,
get punished.
you know, we speak out when we see things, and we can obviously see solutions towards improvement.
Because I want the scheme to be opening up and stop wasting money on providers and start giving it to participants who aren't even on it yet.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people who are missing out. But for you right now, I really appreciate all of this, going through all of these different cards to be able
What's wrong with me?
I'm not going to diagnose you, but I'm actually going to say you've been through a lot. You have been through an incredible amount of change, uncertainty. You've had people who've broken your trust, who have hurt you and have harmed you, and that's destabilized you.
And I'm normally really trusting.
And you know what? You do pick up really quickly. So I promise you, you will pick up and you will bounce back. We're going to do the familiar things. That means I'm going to spend a lot more time around with you. And that's the problem. Being part of moving, there's been days when I'm literally 14, 16 hours out of the house away from Dyan.
I haven't seen
And that
you
hasn't given you the opportunity to be in that normal connection and that normal pattern. So
You're
that's
my
a big
familiar
miss.
person.
Right, well, I'm now here and I'm familiar to you, so I'm not going anywhere.
I'm sorry I don't have more.
It's okay. We can add to that progressively when you find people that you connect to,
Why
who you
don't
feel safe
people
with.
just want to have fun?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of stress out in society, and I think the
know.
pressures in the real world
But,
causes
you
people
know,
not to want to have fun,
A joke
unfortunately.
helps, you know.
Absolutely. And that's why we're trying to bring light and laughter. We have some of the serious and the educational and informative stuff on the channel as well. But we also like to have a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun, because I think levity and, you know, laughter does help. Laughter is a form of medicine in its own right. We all need laughter. We also need human connection. Sometimes touch when you feel like it is also a good thing too. So we'll work on that. But we're in a moment. We'll settle things down.
Connection because
we'll build that.
society sees disability people like me, because I've got a syndrome, so many conditions, as a burden.
Well, it's not
And
fair.
they look at me in my wheelchair and could probably think, oh, taxpayer burden.
Right.
And it's like, I haven't always been on the system.
No, and look, you've actually had
I've
people
worked hard
directly
and
say
you've
that sort of
worked
thing
hard.
out, and that's horrendous. And when I've looked at the people who've said that and go, sorry, mate, I've actually worked 30 plus years. My taxes have also paid for everything that goes through. And you, at the moment, you know, whether you're an older person or whatever.
Even when we're at the shops the other day, and I put up the, you know, I was just in the process of putting
the
up
ACROD
the
sticker in the card, because we just arrived in the bay.
And this old lady was giving me evil eye, and it's like, you don't even know.
No, there's a lot of judgmental Karens out there, unfortunately.
Right in the back that you were getting out. Right at that time, I'm thinking, we wouldn't park
And look,
here.
that comes there because, unfortunately, some people do take advantage of the ACROD parking and do park their frivolity just to simply jump in and jump out to the shop because it's quick and convenient. It's their everything.
Is
or judgments,
constant.
or assumptions don't help as well, do
It's
they?
not for the elderly, the ACROD places in Perth.
Unless
Australia.
they've got inabilities
They are
of
for
mobility.
disability. So whether you're elderly or not, if you have a problem with walking of any kind,
disability,
and a doctor approves you, you have an ACROD sticker.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, Miss, I have now got a better understanding of you. We're going to do familiar.
Can you help
I'm going
me?
to be around. I can
Tell
help
me
you.
what I'm meant to do.
So, well, you're going to help by telling me the things that you like and need, and I'm going to help you facilitate that. I'm going to be around, which means we're going to be together. We're going to slow things down. We're going to explore our new environment so that you can start to see and get to know what it's like. And we're going to do fun things, not stressful things. We'll do the things that we can do. There's some things that we can't do.
Like I want to see new things.
That's okay. But you know what? You'll do that when you're ready.
I'm so drawn to familiar. It's like it's such a challenge, and I know I'll get
transition, and this is what it's about for an autistic. It's huge transitions of change, and what we do is we start by doing it slowly and progressively. On good days when you're up to it, and we do that by introducing it progressively.
And there's not one place in Perth that I don't go to that doesn't have a memory. Sometimes it's happy memory, but it makes me sad.
Sure, that's fine.
Because I miss people.
Of course, and that's unfortunately part of our journey as well, when we miss out on some of the things that are loss, and that's a hard thing to deal with as well. But the pain, and you told me about this sickness, we have to rest you. You know, this is a physical toll of being forced into a moving situation. Sitting up, lie down. Come on, lie down. Let's go. That's the first thing that we can do right now. So we can lie down. We can get you familiar foods. We can
I've already
manage.
had my familiar foods, like pretty much every single one of them today.
And then we can do them again. Then it's even more familiar if we have to. That's okay. We can manage your pain.
More colonics. It's not
That's
fun.
okay. We can do one thing after the other. And we'll deal with your pain. And tonight you'll have a good sleep. And I know that the
I've been sleeping really good.
agent here is managing the noise issues. I know they're
I know.
sorting that
I've
thing
been
out as well.
sleeping really good.
That's good. That's a
but
positive.
I'm having a lot of dreams.
Okay, but then that's actually you're not getting deep sleep.
Right.
You're not getting the REM sleep if you're in that dream state. It's superficial, and that's actually very tiring. It actually is not a refreshed sleep when you wake up. So doing what you've just done now, talking about some of the problems, is actually very important, because if you go into that, you're not having to have your mind go through the reflection and thinking phase. So what we've just done now is actually going to help you. You've got out of your chest, out of your mind, what are some of the big deals and big issues for you.
I didn't realise I had that many emotions.
Okay, but that's a
at
common
one
thing for you.
time.
And with autism, like I said, with interoception, trying to discover what's happening for you. You got a bit of a pain in the head now, have you? All right. I've got to be very conscious, because this is also seizure risk territory for Dyan when she is very fatigued, very distressed.
I think I'll have a wafer.
I think you will too as well. All right, guys, we're going to love you and leave you there. Thank you for being around and following our channel on a regular basis. We do have a lot of different types of content. Sometimes it is sad. Sometimes it is happy. Sometimes it is mad.
This is autistic
It is
life.
educational. It is informative. It is dealing with chronic illness and complexities of disabilities. It's what's around autism, from communication, understanding self-state, how we can work together as a partnership, as a carer. All of these things are in play.
22Q is not
interesting.
a walk in
Give us a
the
big
park.
thumbs up, just to show some support. If you've got ideas, suggestions, or comments, or want some more information, leave
If you're
them
an autistic
below.
out there and you relate, not only do I send you love and kindness and care, but if you wish to, comment below.
Yeah, love to hear from you. Don't forget to subscribe, follow the channel, hit the notification bell so you can see more of our
This is a
content.
safe place, guys.
It is always a safe place.
We don't let any
judgment.
nonsense come in.
Definitely. And we'll see you in another episode real soon. Bye for now.
Bye.